Do 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 do. I'm bored of this. Alright, hello everybody, this is Misfit from the Co-op guys, back with some more Factorio. Something new or old, I'm not entirely sure which you want to interpret it as. However, this one empty belt we've had this entire time is now filled with stone. We are now finally got stone on our main production line thing here. I got sick of seeing it empty, so I plugged it in, and we're now going to use it for a couple of things. So I've got a little setup down here. Today we have a plan, and we're going to try and implement trains for the first time. It's long overdue, mainly because the resources that we needed for it were, well, resources we needed were all either here or here, and we're currently mining this stuff over here. But in order to get the resources out here, we're going to need some trains to bring it back to our main base. So for our trains, we're going to need some rails. Where's the rails? There's the rails. So straight rails takes a stone, an iron stick, a steel plate, and you get two of them. So you can actually get quite a bit, and we're just going to set this up to make a ton of them. And you can also, there are curved rails, which takes 4 times the amount, but you still get 2. So as a result, I'm going to set this up here to make some. They seem to take longer to make. Is that right? No, we're just having a problem with iron sticks. What's going on here? Oh! There we go. Wasn't actually taking them off the thing. Okay. So we're now making our rails, which we're going to be using for making our trains. But whilst we're at it, I figured we'd set up a more permanent wall making facility. So I was considering having something set up to make stone bricks. But stone bricks are only useful for a couple of things. A couple of the buildings, like these furnaces, need stone bricks. And that's it, aside from stone walls. So I'm only going to be using the stone bricks and the stone walls. And our stone walls are going to be made here, funnily enough. And I'm going to get a rail. I'm just going to peel off the stone here. And it's going to, these are all going to smelt up our stone into stone bricks. And because I've got a ton of these stone, in fact, actually, what I could do. Oh, that's just outside the range of power, isn't it? Oh, okay. I had all these moved a bit further down anyway, so I'm just going to move them back down. Oh, we're getting attacked right here for some reason. It's odd. Maybe because of our furnaces? Who knows? And where's our... Have we got any... Yes, we do have a steel chest. Boom, there we go. Get rid of them. So there we go. And we are now making stone walls at quite a quick pelt. I'm going to shove all these in here. And I've got the chest. Basically, we're going to be filling up this belt and filling up this chest. I'm going to set that to... hang on. Set it to there. So that will be plenty of stone walls for expanding our base. And when we do go out and get new resources, we will need some... walls to expand. So... How many turrets have we got, actually? I'm curious. Just in preparation, let us change that to that. There we go. Just realized that is going to start draining our iron. Let's do some research as well. Let's see. Since we're using up all our resources, have I got all the rail stuff? I think I have everything needed for the trains, so that's all good. We're going to want this, though. Inserter item stack size bonus. When inserters are moving from one container to another, or loading and unloading trains, they can move more than one item at the same time. We're going to want that. There's multiple levels to that. And it's going to be very, very helpful. Because when inserters are moving items from conveyor belts to something or back, they can only move one item at a time. But if you're moving from, let's say, one assembler to another, or one chest to another, then you can move multiple items. I think the maximum is 5. This setup seems to be doing quite well, even though it looks crazy. Uh, the only downside I have at the moment is that I don't have any iron going in. I've got plenty of copper. I've fleshed a few things out down here in preparation for the trains. I'm still working on it. I'm trying to think about it, but basically, it's just a whole bunch of chests, inserters, and conveyor belts. But what I am thinking is, what I've kind of got here is we've got 4 kind of arrays of copper chests, and they're going to feed into 2 conveyor belts, which will then split up into 3 up here, and that will feed in the rest of these. Likewise, I have got, well, the iron setup is actually complete. I just haven't plugged the iron in yet. So we're going to have an array of chests here, an array of chests here, feeding onto this belt, which splits into 2 and feeds up into the iron smelting. Same over here, and that will feed up there. Now, I was worried about throughput before, hence why we've got 4 belts of iron ore and then eventually iron plates. But I've only got 2 feeding into that. And there are 2 reasons for that. One, if I was to increase this to 4, this would have to be twice the size, and because this is like the narrowest point of the bottleneck, I wouldn't have room to put anything else. And as it stands, I've had to feed the stone one into here. Oh, I think we've almost finished mining up our stone. But this is a little demonstration of how it's all going to work anyway. So our ore is going to come in. It's going to get split up. Our inserters are going to shove them in these chests, and then other inserters are going to feed them onto another belt, which will feed them out. So this is just going to buffer up our resources. So this one is for stone. This one up here is going to be for coal. As I said, we don't need too much coal. But iron and copper are our big ones, so that's why we've got more chests dedicated to them. And there are going to be more chests at the train unloading station. And here we go, inserter stack size. So let's go for the second level of that, just for the sake of it. I'm probably going to need some iron to get some of this research done, amongst a few other things. So, for the moment, I'm just going to plug this in directly. There we go. Yeah. No. Nope. Nope. No, 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 no. What's the point? What's the point in making a setup for storing iron if I'm not actually going to use the thing? So let's just do that now. So I want to, let's see, 5. I'm going to split that up here. What am I doing? There we go. Let's just have this all plugged in this side here. And I'll leave that come down there. Don't worry, I'll move the coal later. There we go. Right, so our iron's going to come in, split up, go into those inserters, put them into the chests, and then the chests are going to unload onto the thing. In fact, these inserters here are going to have an easier... Well, these inserters in the middle are going to have the easiest time. Because, in fact, if I grab a whole bunch of iron, we might be able to see these inserters doing something a bit better. Because it's moving from one chest to another, it looks like it's going down, it's taking out one at a time, but that's actually because another inserter is feeding in one at a time. So it's actually, this inserter here is taking out 2 at a time. And once this research is done, it will move them out 3 at a time. So autosave. So these chests here should be a lot more fuller than the ones at the back. But yes, this is just like a buffer for our iron. We've got another buffer here, which I'm going to link up once this. Because I'm mining all the stone, some of these things are a bit in the way. I know, and I could plug in this copper here, although I've got a little temporary buffer set up for the copper because we have so many chests. I mean, this is our copper buffer. It's all completely full, and I still have all these chests left. So that's going to take some time. So, give me a... Oh yeah, we've got like stone mines all over the place. Basically, every single stone patch I have left, I have now hooked up to a conveyor belt, and I am mining away. So most of these stone mines are going to be diminishing pretty soon. And now that we've got walls, yeah, this one's already gone. Let's get rid of that. Now that we're actually manufacturing walls and rails and things like that, uh, we are actually going to have some need for the stone. So, and there we go. Insert our item stack size 2. Should we go for 3? Oh, that's a bit more expensive. Let's go for something a bit more relevant to what we need. Um, hmm. Automation 3. Could get the new assembly machines. Or I could just get that. Or that. Decisions. Let's just get the first level of these modules, because we're going to be working on them in an upcoming episode. Anyway, I'm going to gather some rails. I'm going to get some stuff ready to make a new mining outpost, possibly. Probably an iron one, because we're going to be running it low on that pretty soon. And I'll be back with you once we are ready to start doing some stuff with trains. Okay, I've made a couple of changes here just before we start building our train station. And the first one is I hooked up our copper so that we could continue to produce stuff, because the research was diminishing our copper. We almost completely run out over here, so hooked it all up permanently, moved a bunch more chests over here, and I also expanded it because originally it was 8 chests long. I expanded it by another 4, mainly because these substations had a bigger range than I was utilizing. So I had like a substation here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, and all the chests were between it. So there was potential for extra space. So I figured, why not? Because this is like our main storage, so why not use it? I also fully mined up all the stone in our area. These chests are like completely full, but all the stone in our area is gone. If we need any more, we're gonna have to go out and get it. I haven't linked up the coal yet, because I'm debating whether or not to bring that in by train. Our coal mine, well, we actually haven't had the coal hooked up for over an episode now, I think, and we're still doing just fine. So I might just link it up directly, and I might not have to train it in, but I'm leaving the coal up there because we're going to need coal for the train. So, yeah, let's get to building this thing. So, oh yeah, I also had to move, well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to move all of this setup down by 1, and all of this one up by 1. And the reason I did that is so that this double track in the middle would line up with our straight rails, which snap to a 4x4 grid, and you can't like place it in the middle, it has to be on this 4x4 grid. So before it was like half and half. So just to make it all nice, I increased it. I just moved it. So anyway, let's start by building our iron train, because that's going to be an important one. Let's slap it here, and we'll build a track along here. I also spent some time clearing some of the pipes and moving them around to give us as much space as possible. This one I will probably deal with in a minute. So for our trains, let's just actually get the train stuff down. So for our train, we're going to need a locomotive. In fact, let's make 2. And let's make 2 cargo wagons just to start us off. Okay? So here is our train. And it can only go on the rails. And if you mouse about, you can change where you want it to be. So this is our train. And this is the front of our train. Let's pop it there. So there is our train with blue lights and red lights, just to help you remind yourself where the train is. Oh, I just made I need another locomotive. Whoops. Cargo wagon. Cargo wagon. It will link up 2 trains like this, and you see there's a little, kind of like a spanner icon, just to say that they're linked. So let us set up a couple of them. And we'll leave it there for now. And we're going to need a train stop. A train stop is like a train station. Now, Now, the side that you put the side of the rail that you put this on matters. Basically, the train stop tells the game where a train is expected to pull up to, and then it can determine how the train gets from. If you have multiple ones of these, it can determine where a train can get to and how it can get to it on its own. So let's just put this down this train stop. I think it has to be on the right hand side of the rail because that doesn't look right. So let's just pop it here. Boom. So there is our train station. Let us change the name of this train station. Well, this is going to be Iron. Yeah, I was going to say Matrix. And autosave again. Oh, and it didn't let us continue writing. Iron ore storage buffer. That'll do. Okay, so that is our train stop iron ore storage buffer. So so that's that. Now our train. If we go have a look. Hang on. View locomotive. There we go. So there's our train. It has 3 slots for fuel, and it has no cargo room inside the train itself. Whereas the cargo wagon is it's relatively small in comparison to chests, but that's why you have more than one. In fact, I think I'm not using the latest version of the game. I've just checked. There are some more releases with some changes, and one of them is that it makes the trains a bit more expensive, and the cargo wagons have a bigger cargo. Sorry, just having a drink. But I won't be switching to that version just yet, mainly because if I do, the world generation might get messed up. So we'll wait for another day. Now, let's just do a little test run just to show you. These trains. So let's put another thing here, and let us set this as test station A. Okay. Now, also for this test, I might need another locomotive. Because you can either have one train pulling cargo and it always goes forwards, or you can do it like this, and you can have a train pulling it in either direction. So I'm going to have to head up and grab some coal, just for test purposes. And view the train. Let's give you a stack of coal, a bit more. And we'll give you another stack of coal. There we go. Right. So, I think we can pop into these things. How do we do that? Ah, yes! We're in the train. So let's get out. Let's go over here. Get in. And... woohoo! And it stops. So we can drive this train about ourselves. If you want to get places really quickly, this train is a way to do it. But right now we can't do anything because we just made the tiniest rail known to mankind. Let's have a look at how much fuel that used. Not much. So, we can drive the train ourselves, or what's more useful is that we can put a schedule on the train. So, let's tell it to go to test station A. And when it gets to test station A, it will wait for 15 seconds. And then let's delete that station. And then it will go to iron storage buffer and it will wait for 30 seconds. Done. Run the train. And there it goes. Heads over and it's now at the other station. It will wait there for 15 seconds and then it will turn around, come back to the first station and wait there for another 30 seconds. And that's essentially how trains work. Also, you have to be careful because you can get hit by a train and it might kill you. So why am I standing on this track, you wonder? Tempting fate is what I'm doing. And I'm wondering... oh, there we go. That felt a bit longer than 15 seconds to me, but that's fine. I'll let that just... what do you call it? Weird. I'll let that just use my words. I will let that sit there just to make sure that this station is working just fine. But having the train down is good because we can load things directly onto and off of the train. Okay, train appears to be working just fine. So let's get in here and let us remove the station and stop the train. And let's just tell it to go to the iron ore storage buffer. Now we set to 0 seconds, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Okay, excellent. Stop the train. All good. Alright, so we've got our train. I put these down here so that we can load coal onto the train, just to make sure it's always topped up. And now that we've got the cargo wagons on here, we can set these up. And this is how we're going to get stuff onto and off of the train. I'm going to power these for a little second. Why did you not connect? Oh, you have to be directly facing. And then the arms do this very let's get some lights down, shall we? The arms do this, which is mental. They all reach for the center of the train. But that's fine. It's okay, but it does actually slow things down. Let's just have it... Just some... Wow! Oh yeah, I forgot. Off camera, where is it? It is... Yeah, inserter item stack size. I basically maxed that out before we got the first one, this one here. And then in that one, we stopped for this one, but I carried on off camera and I did this one. So each one of them adds an additional item. So one inserter can pull off 5 items at a time and put it into our chest. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these inserters. So that was 35 a piece. So if I just went, bam, wow, 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 wow. Now there is one issue with these trains, and I'm noticing it now. I thought they'd fixed this, but apparently they haven't. These inserters, the longer arms, they take longer to unload from a train into a chest. So I'm pretty sure if I look in the middle here, so there's 50 and 20 in the center one. If you look on the outside one, there is like half of that. So I don't know if they've fixed that in the later versions or not. But it basically means that the chests in the center are going to fill up faster than the chests on the outside. So bear that in mind if you are going to be using these things. Let's just get rid of the power for now. Leave that bizarre contraption there and get some more inserters down and some more chests and some more inserters and some more chests. Get rid of that extra one and some more inserters. And we're going to need I wonder. Let's power this again for one more moment. I just want to make sure that this is going into the train. Did it go into the train? It did. It went into the train. Alright, good. So we'll set up another one over here. For the coal, I am wondering if I should change this from a 2 to a 3 cargo wagon. We could do, but we might run out of space. I think we'll keep it with 2 for now. Okay, so we haven't got any of this powered yet, but we don't really need to for the moment. Let's get rid of that. So it's going to load from the train into these chests. It will offload into these chests very quickly, and it will cascade down to these chests. The main bottleneck in this is that it will take time to get the items onto the conveyor belt, which is okay, because it will offload this stuff at a rate faster than the entire base could use, I imagine. And plus, it takes time to load the items onto these chests and then onto that center belt. So, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. This is a new a new layout for like a load balancing I saw online, which apparently works a bit better because the one I was using before is almost the same except it has these belts at the side. But it adds two bends into this thing, and when I noticed, I tested this out before, items were getting through a little bit better with this two splitter setup, so I'm going to use that from now on. So we're just going to load balance it, and we're going to bring it over, split it, like that. So anything offloaded on this side of the train will get stored there and then put into these chests. And then off there. And considering the size of this, you might actually wonder why on earth do I even have this set up in here in the first place. This is a buffer, really. So I always want to make sure that the stuff coming in from the train has somewhere to go until we get completely full, in which case we're doing something wrong, probably. Oh. And we're just going to do the same on this side. And I am almost out of chests. Wow. Okay. That's over 50 chests I just put down. Okay. So that's like the basics of the train. I'm going to set up a couple things off camera. And I'm going to set up an iron outpost, I think. And then I will come back and show you how to connect the train from here to there without it crashing into anything. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we are set up and ready to go. We get some trains on the run and all that sort of stuff. I should probably say one of the benefits of having the radar dishes set up, which this is the main reason I actually wanted the radar dishes set up, is that your train stations and your trains show up on the map. Now the train stations show up regardless of where you put them. But your trains don't show up on the map unless they're within your sight or within the radar dishes. So now that I have the radar dishes set up everywhere, I can see every train that I have in the area. And I can also see some of our outposts. I haven't got a dish set up down there, but I can remedy that in a minute. But we have an outpost down here. We have an iron mine set up outside the walls. So we're going to hop in this train. There we go. And I've got the schedule set up so it will be here for 20 seconds, which should be enough to fully unload the train, and 30 seconds when we get to the base. So let's just run the train, and of course it's going to wait 20 seconds before it goes, so let's just cut that down. There we go, and put it back up. There we go, and through the walls we go, down past our old defense wall that we made during an attack, and back here is our outpost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I thought I was out the train. Hang on. Hang on, let's just remove that, run the train, and stop the train. And then we're going to add that back on. And change it down to 20 seconds. There we go. Right. Sorry. Something I've noticed when you use the trains is the trains will run directly to the end of the track. But if you have a station, it will stop short at the end of the track. And that helps to line up your inserters with your chests. When I accidentally moved it forward, I broke that alignment. So just wanted to make sure. Oh, I never finished putting chests down here. Bam, bam. Okay. So this is our outpost. It is heavily defended, and the reason for that is, as you can probably tell from the map, there is a massive amount of aliens nearby, and they are, once this mine kicks off, it will be creating a ton of pollution and attracting a ton of aliens, so I want to make sure that this place does not fall. Now the one drawback I have noticed of this outpost is that, power. I've got like some undefended power cables out there, but hopefully this should draw their fire and they wouldn't really notice this place. So let's get this thing hooked up with power. The walls are already powered. We just need to hook up the inserters here, and that's going to trigger some of the iron mines. But if I put one more thing down here, the whole lot is now powered. So Can we make a radar dish over here? Sure, why not? And let's just pop one of these down just so we can monitor everything down here. Nope, I'm stuck on something. And boom. There we go. So we've got a radar dish that's going to expand our horizon a bit. I mean, as you can tell by the map, we're already making a ton of pollution. Uh, so the aliens are going to start coming in droves in a minute. But here we go. The iron is coming up here, and it is being loaded onto the train. And the reason why we've got a similar buffer system that we have at our train station, and the reason why we've done this is so that the iron will continue to build up even when the train isn't here. So as long as we have iron being produced, it has somewhere to go. I'm probably going to have to mess around with the timing a little bit just to fully optimize it, but we should be okay. So let's pop in the train. Well, how much is this filled up? Well, this one's almost filled up, and this one hasn't even been touched yet. I might actually get rid of one of the rows of chests here, because it's gonna take a while for all these to fill up. Maybe I should limit them? No. Because the back one isn't gonna get filled up at all. Well, we've got a fully loaded train. Let's just try it. Let's get in and let us run the train. And of course, it's gonna sit for a while because I don't know why. I think it just decides to just when you're in it, it starts the timer on you. So let's just cut it down to 0 seconds and then bring it back up to 30, so that we're on our way back up to our main base, where hopefully things should unload with a full cargo of iron, and boom, there it goes. Let's see, how quickly is this being emptied? It is empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we can cut that down by 10 seconds then. So we will have to be here for 10 seconds. Perfect. And back here at the iron mine we are. So just like that. I might actually just bring this down to a 1-car train, because look how quickly it's filling up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, alright, 20. Okay. Counting with Misfit. So let's just bring that down to 15 seconds just to be safe. Is this thing fully loaded? Oh yeah. So, as I said, timing is going to be a thing. I'm wondering if I did go overboard with this train. Probably. Because, did that fully empty? Please tell me that fully emptied. It did! Oh wow, perfect. So, I probably went a bit overboard with the inserter setup, but are these things actually like storing more iron than they're putting in? No. Yeah, no. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So this whole bit is probably redundant. The second car is probably a bit redundant as well. But we've got iron being brought in by train. And it looks like it's bringing it in as fast as the mine can. Now there's a thing I've just noticed. A lot of the iron here is backed up. That can't be good. In fact, some of the mines aren't even running. So what we could do... Let's break that. Get rid of these. What we'll do... Bring this over here. Bring that up. Split it there. Put that under there. And we'll do this. Just so that we can get both of these things running at the same time. So we'll split the iron mine in half. but just so that it can fill up both sides at the same time. Right, let's do this. Pick up all this crap that's blocking the way. There we go. Right. Okay. That's a bit better. So this half will feed one car, and this half will feed the other car. That one's fully loaded. This one's not, but we only just hooked it up, so that's fine. And we'll wait for the train to come back. Is that facing the right way? Yeah. Whilst it's away, I should probably show you. These are our regular gates, but you can actually lay them across rail tracks, so the trains can come through the gates, and the gates will open up for the train, which is really nifty, and it means we can make walled-off bases, and the only way in and out is via train, which is nice. No significant alien attacks just yet, but that's okay. Let's hop back in our train. Let's see. Oh, we're a bit too far away from that one. I want to see that one, so let's hop over into the other train if we can get it. Come on, get over there. Alright. Okay, it's filling up. Yeah. So it's not quite filling up now. Probably because we've split the iron mine in half, and it's half of what is going into different cars. So I'll probably just have it wait at each base a little longer. So let's see. Alpha, let's put that back up to 20. And let's put that up to 22. And autosave. There we go. So, we are now powered by train. Well, I say powered. We're being supplied by train, but it's bringing our resources in, and it's filling up our buffer. We weren't making anything at the moment because we ran out of stuff. I probably hook this coal back up now, because I don't think I'm going. If I do set up a coal train, it'll be a very simple version of this, because we're not going to need too much coal. I just need it for trains and plastic, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah, this is our train setup. This is the first step of it anyway. This is like going to be our main input for the entire base. And gosh, just thinking back a few episodes ago when we had the old furnace set up and the turbines, this is like space age stuff. It looks so bizarre. It looks like I'm looking at a circuit board right now, fitting into our main base. But it's good because we're going to be expanding some things in our main base pretty soon. Our circuit production is going to have to increase a lot, just to accommodate for the modules which we're going to have to be building up for the rocket defense. And we're going to have a lot more trains. Probably going to have one for each mine. And we're going to set up lots of mines outside of our base. Eventually, this copper supply is going to dwindle, so we're going to have to set up a train for copper as well, which is not going to be easy, because where is the nearest? There's a little bit of copper out here, but the nearest significant veins are there, and that one's guarded by aliens. So yeah, there's the train moving on the map. Yay! Hello, welcome back. So it's a pretty short journey for the train so far, but it will be travelling much further in the future. Anyway, I think I've gone over time for today's episode. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I shall see you next time for some more train antics. Choo choo! Bye now.